Good evening, dear Kuwait television viewers, and welcome to another new episode of your weekly program, Kuwait in 30 Minutes. The English News and Political Programs Department has prepared a variety of reports that highlight the main events that have recently taken place across Kuwait. Our committed team of reporters is constantly engaged in numerous events with the objective of keeping you, dear viewers, aware of the latest information, regulations, and policies. Our aim is to help you obtain information on the latest developments at the local scene. So stay tuned for more coming your way this evening. Moving to our first report, under the patronage of the Minister of Education and Higher Education, Dr. Saud Al-Harbi, the activities of the 9th session of the Academic Festival were launched. The festival, organized by the Higher Institute for Theatrical Arts, includes theatrical performances and intellectual symposiums, as well as artistic workshops presented by faculty members of the Institute. Hatil Fahad has more.
The 9th session of the Academic Theatre Festival was launched under the patronage of the Minister of Education and Higher Education, Dr. Saud Al-Harbi, on the stage of the Hamad Al-Rajab Theatre at the Higher Institute of Dramatic Arts. The Academic Festival, whose ideas was born years ago and developed until today, is predicting a prominent place in the Arab world as a real test for students. A group of academics visits the festival with wealthy knowledge and shared with the students their experiences. Reporting to Kuwait in 30 Minutes, Hadil Fahad.
The General Authority for Youth Affairs held today a press conference to announce the launching of Youth Valley program for sciences, technologies, and scientific research. Youth Valley is a platform that will provide Kuwait's youth with knowledge and skills in different science and technology fields. Nuhal Alfi was there and brought us this report.
The General Authority of Youth held today a press conference to announce the launching of Youth Valley program for science, technology, and scientific research. Youth Valley is a stage that will provide Kuwait's youth with knowledge and skills in different science and technology fields.
This project highlights the efforts of the General Assembly of Youth in keeping up state of Kuwait's development plan through building informatics, economy, and human capitalism that serve all fields and sectors in Kuwait. Our artificial intelligence project in specific might be the first of its kind in the region, which aims to educate the youth section to keep up with the evolved technologies in all fields, like military, security, and big data analysis, to reduce cost and increase efficiency. Currently, we live in the fourth manufacturing revolution, and the core of this revolution is robots and artificial intelligence. So this is an unprecedented step in governmental centers which keep up with the efforts and hopes of the state of Kuwait in general and reflects His Highness' vision in getting the youth more knowledgeable about different technologies and scientific research methods. These efforts aim to educate a section that one day shall create new job opportunities in different fields in the country.
Also, today's project will open the chance for Kuwait's youth to learn and to be trained in different fields of science, such as artificial intelligence, nanotechnology, robotics labs, electronics, space, astronomy programs, and scientific research programs.
The Digital Creation Bus joined the Youth Valley program to care for educating and spreading the digital creation culture and practicing the youth for this field to keep up with the digital creation's evolution. Through the Creation Bus, the trainees can learn about laser cutters, 3D printers, electronics and robotics, and many other projects. It's a mobile lab that moves to schools or youth gathering points that aims in educating young people to care about digital manufacturing field. Regarding people with special needs, This is the first bus that looked up and cared about them. We have steps or a lift to help in getting up the bus easily that can hold up to 400 kilograms.
Meanwhile, the release of Youth Valley program is a translation of His Highness the Emir Sheikh Subah Al-Ahmed Jabir al-Subah instructions of the importance of scientific research and culture spreading in between youth communities as knowledge and digital revolution that we live, which is the essential foundation in societies and countries' development. Also, this huge project is a result of the cooperation between the authority and the government entities such as the Ministry of Education, Kuwait University, Kuwait Institute for Scientific Research, Kuwait Institute for Science Advancement, and Kuwait's Inventors Association. From Qusur Youth Center, I am Nurhan Al-Alfi, reporting to Kuwait in 30 minutes.
The Strategic Planning Department in the Great Hall, the Grand Mosque, organized a Wet 2 exhibition. It is an appropriate opportunity to see the creativity and activities of the departments of the Ministry of Awqaf. The exhibition aims to provide an environment conducive to creativity and innovation and display the successful experiences in the ministry to the public. Our reporter Hadil Fahad brings us more.
The exhibition Rawak 2, organized by the Ministry of Awqaf and Islamic Affairs, was launched in the Great Hall of the Grand Mosque. The exhibition falls within the framework of encouraging distinguished practices and improvement in all elements of institutional performances, promoting a culture of creativity and applying the most efficient work methods to create a competitive environment that derives individual performances to the level of a global standard in quality and creativity. The exhibition aims to provide an environment conducive to creativity and innovation, showcasing successful experiences in the ministry to the public, and exchange experiences between all its different departments, as well as training the general public on how to turn ideas into projects through activities. It is an opportunity to learn about the creations and activities on the departments of the Ministry of Awqaf, and it is an opportunity to provide the necessary support for the development of ideas and creations. Reporting to Kuwait in 30 minutes, this is Hadil Fahad.
The Kuwait Arts Society launched the Kuwait Festival of Plastic Arts Creativity in its 14th edition with the participation of a large group of Kuwaiti Arab innovators. The festival is sponsored by the honorary president of the association, Sheikh Nasser Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Sabah. The festival is an opportunity to learn about features of plastic arts, and more details will be in the following report with Hadil Fahad.
With the participation of a large group of innovators and with a remarkable brilliance of young talent by presenting templates in harmony with Kuwait Vision 2035. The 14th Kuwait Festival of Plastic Art Creativity, organized by the Kuwait Society of Fine Arts, was launched.
In giving awards in the name of His Highness the Emir and in the name of late Sheikh Fituh, God rest her soul, and in the name of Sheikh Salwa Sabah Al-Ahmed, God rest her soul. And we're so happy and honored to have a great amount of fabulous Kuwaiti artists, especially the young artists, the young generation. And we would like also to welcome the referees from the Gulf and from the Arab world, and also would like to thank my brother Mr. Abdul Rasul Salman and members of the Kuwait Artists Association, and for all the great work they have done throughout these years. And thank you for attending.
The festival is an opportunity to learn about the features of diverse schools, which is a pioneering plan pursued by the Kuwait Society of Fine Arts on the path of knowledge and enlightenment. Reporting for Kuwait in 30 minutes, this is Hadil Fahd.
Under the patronage of Public Health Minister Sheikh Dr. Basil Hamoud Al-Sabah, the Ministry held the 24th Annual Obstetrics and Gynecology Conference at the Al Raya Hotel. The conference is a comprehensive two-day event with medical exhibition aiming to discuss the most up-to-date scientific discoveries. Our reporter Nahal Alfi was there and brought us this report.
Under the patronage of the Minister of Health, Sheikh Dr. Basil Hamoud Al-Sabah, the Ministry of Health held today the 24th Kuwait Annual Obstetrics and Gynecology Conference at Al Raya Hotel.
We have 9 speakers from outside Kuwait, from USA, from London, from Italy, from Denmark, and India. We're going to talk a lot of the topics that is very interesting to our patient. We're going to talk about the IVF and the failure rate and what are the new things to increase the chances of the success of the trials. We're going to talk about the reducing the number of the cesarean section between our patient. We are talking also about the operations, which is the critical operations like laparoscopy and the hysteroscopy, and the new advances in it like robotic surgeries. We are also talking about the urinary incontinence for our patient and how to improve it. It's going to be for 2 days. There will be 8 sessions, and there will be approximately 30 presentations. We are expecting like 1,000 from the doctors, from the nurses, from the technician also to attend. And it was approved by the Kuwait Medical Association, Medical Chemistry Specialization for a 17 CME point.
Today's conference brought together international and regional senior medical professionals, distinguished scholars, government and private sector medical professionals from throughout the state of Kuwait, the Gulf Cooperation Council region, and the Arabian countries who are actively involved in the field of obstetrics and gynecology.
Yes, we're quite proud as Central Circle to participate in the 24th Annual Obstetrics and Gynecology Conference. Central Circle is one of the largest companies that provides medical equipment and pharmaceuticals and solutions to the Ministry of Health and the private sector. And we're very blessed to be a part of this big conference actually for obstetrics and gynecology organized by Dr. Abir and the Ministry of Health. With medical conferences, every year is a different conference. There's more participation this year than last year, to be honest. And of course, as you know, with medical technologies, there's a lot of advancement every year. For today, there's quite a lot of innovation that's being displayed by the companies. So all in all, it's bigger and better, and we're very proud to be a part of it.
Meanwhile, the scientific forum included plenary sessions, oral presentations, and interactive debate sessions to give participants the chance to share the latest experiences and advancements in the field, in addition to training workshops that had been held in conjunction with the conference.
I changed the hysteroscopic procedure during the last 20 years in order to move the procedure out of the operative theater into an ambulatory. So today we have a technique able to manage without anesthesia almost all the pathology except big myomas, all the pathology inside the uterine cavity. Obviously you need the right instrumentation, you need the right skill and the right knowledge. So this is the reason why I'm working a lot to organizing courses for the people interested in this field.
In order to provide an outstanding level for the presentations at the conference, they have invited more than 11 international speakers from USA, Europe, Middle East, and Asia in the conference and workshops. Also, they organized 8 sessions during the 2 days of the conference, including keynote topic on the first day of the conference. Alongside with the conference, there was a medical exhibition held in conjunction with the conference showcasing the latest technological developments in the field of obstetrics and gynecology. From Al Raya Hotel, I am Nurhan Al-Alfi reporting to Kuwait in 30 minutes.
LOIAC received the Sharjah Performing Arts Academy delegation and announced the opening of the registration and acceptance for the academic year 2020-2021. Here's more in the following report.
Within the framework of joint cooperation in different fields of arts, LOIAC received today Sharjah Performing Arts Academy delegates in Qabliya School to announce the opening of the registration and acceptance for 2020-2021. Also, the Academy started today the auditions and interviews for the applicants in Kuwait and announced the beginning of the online registration by sending a video or online codes.
You want to know more about Sharjah Performing Arts Academy, which is based in Sharjah in the United Arab Emirates. We're a brand new academy that's been set up there. We have a fantastic building, traditional style architecture on the outside, and then these amazing facilities inside. We have 3 theatres, a 432-seat theatre, a 126-seat studio theatre, and a slightly smaller 100-seat in the round flexible space. We've got gymnasium, library, health suite for physiotherapy. We have 3 voice recording studios, a television studio which is set up for green screen recording. We have a cafe, a foyer which is like an art gallery, so we'll be able to display works of art, particularly works of art that are related to the performing arts, which should be very exciting. So our building is fantastic. We started last year with our first group of students on undergraduate programs in acting, musical theatre and production arts, and then this year we're recruiting more students, and we're going all around the world to recruit students to come to the Middle East to train as professional performers and production artists. First and foremost, they have to have an aptitude and a desire, dedication to be professional creative artists. That's the most important thing. If somebody is determined, has an ambition to be in this creative industry, then because it's such a competitive world and because it's so hard to find work in it, you really have to be completely and utterly dedicated to the idea of being a professional. Yeah, it's a bit like training as an athlete. You know, nothing else matters. So we're auditioning in many different places. So we've auditioned here in Kuwait, which is fantastic, and we've seen some wonderful potential candidates from here. We're auditioning in Cairo. We went to Amman in Jordan, Singapore, Texas in the United States, the United Kingdom. So we're auditioning all over the world and also in Sharjah itself. And if people can't get to us, they can do a video interview or a video audition.
Sharjah Performing Arts Academy takes talented individuals and turns them into credible professional performers, dancers, actors, designers, and stage managers. Through deep exploration of the world of drama, as becoming skilled professionals in this world requires hours of practice and dedication.
We arrived yesterday to Kuwait, and we've had a fantastic day at LAPA and LOIAC, working with students here and auditioning and interviewing them for the BA programs at Sharjah Performing Arts Academy. It's a really exciting collaboration, and we're thrilled to have been invited by Ms. Farah and Dr. Khalifa to spend the day here and to learn about the work at LAPA. So we have a fantastic facility based in University City in Sharjah. We have 12 dance studios. We also have 2 performance spaces, a 430-seater main theatre space and 126 black box studio space. Our main theatre is fitted out with the latest technology. We have all of LED lighting fixtures, probably one of the first and only venues in the world to maintain that. We also have an LED back wall and full projection and flying automation facilities. We finished writing the programmes and was granted licensure from the CAA last June. We opened applications. We currently have 8 students across the 3 programmes as our first cohort, and we're on track to have with us 16 students over each programme for the September 2020 start.
Meanwhile, this new outstanding academy is a place that nurtures the skills of dedicated individuals and pave the way for a successful future on and off the world stage, as they have set the most innovative teaching techniques that will create alumnus of the performing arts world. There is a recent general assumption that talent is a gift that does not need developing or nourishing, and this myth is spread by overabundance of talent shows across the world. In the world of performing arts, talent is a starting point. Talent alone is not enough because it has no basis in knowledge or skill. Those who are truly gifted know there are hours of devotion, determination, and practice, alongside absolute commitment to improvement and constant search for ways to sharpen one's skills. From Loyac headquarters, I am Nurhan Al-Alfi, reporting to Kuwait in 30 minutes.
The first occupational therapy symposium started under the patronage of Dr. Salah Al-Chaiji, Director of the Natural Medicine and Health Rehabilitation Hospital, in cooperation with KAFU of Diwan Al-Amiri. Nurhan Al-Alfi was there and brought us this report.
In order to increase awareness about the valuable role of occupational therapy in the community, Assair Medical Company, a subsidiary of Assair Holding, is partnering for the first time for the Occupational Therapy Conference, which was organized by the Social Committee of Occupational Therapy and managed by specialists.
So we collaborated as KAFO because we believe in achievers and we believe in networking and allowing people from the same profession to exchange knowledge. So this is the first of its kind in occupational therapy, and it was organized by one of our members, so we're very happy to be here and supporting. KAFO is a national platform to help people search, connect and collaborate with each other. We have a website and an app and a calendar full of activities throughout the year. They mainly center around networking events, showcasing events. We're trying to get people to know each other and collaborate with each other. We're looking at human capital, so we want to know who's doing what and also what the potential jobs and how they can turn that into perhaps a freelance or even a startup project.
Today's conference was sponsored by Dr. Salah, the Director of Natural Medicine and Health Rehabilitation Hospital, in cooperation with KAFU of Al-Diwan Al-Amiri, and it was held in Kuwait National Library Theatre.
So we target anyone above 13, but currently we're around mainly mid-20s to mid-40s. This is like most of the members. We have more than 3,000 members registered, and by the next edition we hope to triple that at least. So we collaborated in this event and we talk about KAFU so people can join in.
In addition, the event included discussions and seminars on the role of occupational therapy in the interaction of people with special needs with society, improvement of the elder care within the National Development Plan, emanating from the high vision of His Highness, the Emir of the State, Sheikh Subah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Subah, for Kuwait Vision 2035.
Today's event is our first event about raising awareness about occupational therapy. We collaborated with various sectors, private and public, in order to increase the opportunities between us and to raise more awareness about occupational therapy in the society, and we want them to know more about what is occupational therapy and how it is valuable to the community. Occupational therapy is a healthcare professional major that helps the person to live his life independently and improve his quality of life, and we help him through environment modification, accessibility, adaptive equipment, treatment and rehabilitation. And we are a holistic major that we include all individuals in pediatrics, like child health, neurology, orthopedic, and also normal people who have any issues that that hinder their occupational performance, that they are not able to do their occupations, such as anything, their work, their activities of daily living, such as dressing, cooking, and even their daily routine. We hope that all sectors will collaborate with occupational therapy, and that occupational therapists will be able to work in all hospitals in Kuwait, and not only hospitals but even different public and private sectors. Well, in the facilities, some hospitals they provide for us facilities and others not, because still they're not aware about our major, and therefore this symposium's aim was to tell them about our occupational therapy work and how we are valuable to the community. Therefore, we hope they will offer for us more facilities and more rooms and more places in order to have a better quality of life for the patient. Like occupational therapists, you mean? Yes, that you stay tuned. We hope that in the future you will have your place and you will always be respected.
Meanwhile, the main objective of this conference is to achieve opportunities for cooperation between competencies from various specialists to provide programs focused on promoting health and prevention, demonstration of effectiveness of occupational therapy with scientific evidence. Equity and rehabilitation is the main highlight of today's conference, in which equity means that anyone who needs rehabilitation receives quality services that permit them to maintain and optimize their functioning in everyday life. From Kuwait National Library, I am Nurhan Al-Alfi, reporting to Kuwait in 30 minutes.
The Palestinian Embassy in Kuwait organized a solidarity stand in support of the Arab, Islamic and international stance of the so-called deal of the century and the support of the state of Kuwait led by His Highness the Emir Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah for the Palestinian cause. This came after the results of the 30th Emergency Conference of the Arab Inter-Parliamentary Union, and the position of the Chairman of the National Assembly, Marzouk Al-Ghanem, received praises. Hadid Fad brings us more.
Amid what is ravaging the Palestinian issue, the political position of the state of Kuwait in support of the Palestinian cause is renewed in the face of the so-called deal of the century. From this standpoint, the Palestinian embassy organized a solidarity stand in support of the position rejection this deal.
This event is it's a stand in solidarity with the Palestinian people, with the Palestinian leadership, represented by His Excellency President Mahmoud Abbas, who delivered a speech an hour ago to the UN Security Council about what's so-called the deal of the century, where he made it clear there in front of the whole international community that this deal is not getting the minimum of the Palestinian rights. So we are rejecting it. We are here in order to thank Kuwait for its position, especially the position of His Highness the Emir, Sheikh Sabah Al-Ahmed Al-Jaber Al-Sabah, of course, and the Kuwaiti people, represented by the Kuwaiti Parliament, and on top of it, His Excellency Marzouk Al-Ghanem. Also, we are here to thank the Arab countries for the strongest support they gave to the Palestinian leadership during the last meeting in Cairo, and also as well to the Islamic OIC, Organization of Islamic Countries, and of course the African Union for the big support that without it we wouldn't be as strong as we are facing this deal.
Palestinian media platforms and social media focused on the importance of the speech delivered by Chairman of the National Assembly, Marzouk Al Ghanem, during the emergency conference of the Parliamentarian Union, which was held in the Jordanian capital Amman, where Kuwait announced its rejection of the American peace deal and demanded the international community to take a fair and just reaction. In all Arab, Islamic, and international positions and forums, the state of Kuwait is the largest supporter of the Palestinian people. Reporting to Kuwait in 30 minutes, this is Hadil Fahad.